Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's video, and where we're basically going to talk about how can you ensure that your buyer's offer is going to be accepted, especially in today's market. So let's get right into it. My name is Sam Spijkerman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Semware Online. And today, we're basically going to show you how you can have your offer stand out in a multiple offers situation and increase your chances of getting a yes. Now, the most important thing is just pick up the phone and actually call the listing agent and just ask like, hey, my buyer is fully qualified. My name is Sam Spijkerman and I'm actually interested in the listing that you have on 123 Main Street. Now, my buyer is fully qualified and ready to close as soon as possible. So basically what you want to do is call them up and actually introduce yourself and ask questions, because maybe they won't respond and maybe they will, depending on how many offers are on the house. But again, it's better to do this than do nothing at all, right? So that's basically one extra step and tip that we want to give you on getting your offer through. Now, also what you want to ask the listing agent, and you want to of course check per se what is allowed and what is not allowed with the fair housing policy, is say like, hey, what would be a key thing for the seller to basically have our offer accepted, and what are they really looking for in an offer, right? This basically helps you create the offer that they will actually accept, and this will give you an advantage over all of the other agents that are actually trying to get an offer through and that are trying to win the listing from the listing agent as well and the seller. Now, they may not respond, but it's always important to ask, because that's when you know like, hey, if they're actually going to give it to you or not, right? Now, obviously, like there are some agents that also do love letters, but again, you want to check with your regulations, and in some states it's allowed and in some states it isn't, and that's basically giving some more background information about the buyer, right, in this case. So maybe if they're a couple, family, etc. Some agents even include pictures and some information about the couple and why they really want to move into the neighborhood and into that house. And in some scenarios and in some cities where it's allowed, it has been working very well, especially for our agents that we've seen it, use in our coaching calls as well. So that's basically one tip. And of course, you always want to make sure that it's okay with the regulations in your state and city. Now, in the end, it's all about what the seller really nets, right? So if you have basically adding in things that is not just including like a high price, but also other things and benefits that the seller is actually looking for before the seller actually moves to maybe another house, those will basically win and have a higher chance of winning the bidding. So yeah, if everything on your offer is on point, you'll get the deal, right? Now, for example, some other things that you can add into your offers, for example, paying a little bit of the rent of the seller, right? When they actually move to a new house, so that they actually have some money to put back into their new home, maybe paying a little bit of their taxes. These are things that you could add into the offer that would make it more compelling for the seller to say yes to you, because you've actually thought about them and you've made it more attractive for them to say yes to your offer instead of just another offer that maybe has the same price or even a lower price or a little bit higher, but without those benefits, right? Now, of course, you always want to check with your state if what is allowed to actually add on to this offer, but those are just some things that we've been seeing and what our agents have been doing as well. So basically what you want to do is in the offer, you want to have a list of benefits for the seller. So not just a high price, right? But all the benefits, and describe all of them and put as many as possible so that the seller can really see and really have a breakdown of what you're offering to them that is different from the other agents and the other buyers in this case, that would really sweeten the deal, right? So not just the highest price that you're about to bid. Now, another strategy for your buyer is basically staircasing up the price, right? So for example, if I have John who's behind the camera, basically tell me like, or I'll tell John like, hey John, I know that you guys put in a bid for $499, but the listing agent and the sellers, they basically got back to me and they actually wanted $510. Now, John, are you actually willing to lose the house for $510,000? Now, then they're basically going to start thinking and see that it may be like a small price difference in this case, right? And this basically helps you also win the buyer and actually raising up their budget for a little bit and basically negotiate it for them this way. So let's take things a little bit slower, right? So this depends, of course, on like the price of the home. So if it's in like a $2 million home, then of course, just adding a few $1,000s is not really going to make a huge difference, right? However, if it's like a $200,000 home, then it actually will, right? So you always want to check like, okay, with your buyer, it's like, how much are they actually willing to pay extra extra and what's like their ultimate like highest budget, so that this can also give you an advantage in basically writing up these offers for your buyers, to the listing agent and the seller, right? Now, this is basically one of the most common challenges that we've seen across the board from our agents as well, especially during COVID. We saw it happen a lot. So after you've been watching this, I hope you now can strategically basically win more deals for your buyers, especially in this current market, and basically close more deals. Now, if you're interested in how we can help you generate more deals on autopilot using a value video letter that would basically attract dream clients that would actually help with offers and that are actually your ideal clientele, then basically check the description down below. We put some more info in there and you can always book a call with me and my team. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out the description and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.